Hi, I'm the Wandering Newbie. Time for more Record Keeper. Today, not quite fest time. Actually, I got you all with the stream announcement message. No, we got an FF9 event because they're actually throwing events during fest. I don't get a week off anymore, which is mean to me. But yeah, so this event is Garnet, Steiner. That's their theming this time around. Not really interesting fights as far as I can see, but we'll actually see what happens when we get into them. Alright, cool. Let's get this boss on the road. That's not a phrase. Brain. That's not a phrase anywhere. It's time to hit the old bed sack. Oh no, it's backwards.
Nice.
Hello. Hi everyone. Coming over from Food Crimes Central to here. Keeping of records. I almost no, gotta keep this. It would be harder editing, but let's switch up the schedule, because these earlier fights are generally a little slower, and I don't want to start people coming in fresh off that host from my good friend Doc. Which, hey, people of my stream, if you're not following Doc yet, you really should. To watch Food Crimes, and also somebody who knows way too much about Roller Coaster Tycoon. Anyway, these plus fights down here are generally too easy, right? These two. So let's just jump right into an ultimate. I just have to do a little bit more messing around when I do my final editing. But yeah. So, for those unfamiliar, Final Fantasy Record Keeper. This is a Final Fantasy phone game that I am playing through emulators. Long and short of it is it's a very ATB based system. Hello, Ritzy, thank you for the resub. It's a very ATB-esque system. Bars work up on the side under your characters. You can equip 2 abilities to characters. They also have special moves.
Congrats on becoming one with the pit.
Oh, right, yes, thank you. That finally got announced. I forgot. I woke up this morning, or I came home later today, and saw that big-ass Twitter chain, and I'm like, what happened? But anyway. So you can equip 2 abilities on a character. They use those to beat up the enemies. And they very accurately recreate boss fights from games that you like. Or maybe don't like. Maybe you're not a Final Fantasy fan. Who knows? I know I am. I love and hate this garbage. The series. But yeah. I, myself, generally, sort of do these fights slowly releasing limiters. That way, if anybody looks on YouTube for my videos, they can find maybe strategies that they can adapt in their own ways. And not just, yeah, I walked in there with the best things out of the gacha and just won. Also, stay around and there'll be some real buck wild shit later tonight. I can tell you that for sure. Which one did I stab? Stabbed? Oh, a little early for... Yep. I knew I hit the wrong one there. Alright. There's that. And get this party set up and let us jump into this, because seeing is believing, and you can immediately see what this game is like. I personally really like this game because it's a good nostalgia trip every week. Every now and then there are pretty nasty hiccups, but live, well, air quotes live game. Global version's a little bit behind Japan, but nonetheless. Game. Alright, so yeah, this is the general format. Enemies come over here. You have your party over here. Gauges increase. I'm gonna use this to buff. Use this to buff. And then we're gonna start debuffing the enemy. We're gonna hold, and that should go off once the buffs are up. This is giving me a Protect Shell haste. It's Mighty Guard. You know it, you love it. If you're familiar with Final Fantasy, you know what Mighty Guard does. Emulator sometimes has a little bit of chunkiness in the noises after it first starts up. Just has to get used to working. And yeah, properly simulating the event in the game this calls from. We're gonna fight one wave, a wave of one, a wave of two, a wave of one, and then a wave of two. And I was gonna actually say, similar to the game that they showed up in, these enemies have a fire weakness, but I don't even know if these things had a fire weakness. I don't know if you could figure that out in the original game. You do percentile damage, don't you? That's nasty. This could be a problem. Why are you doing so much damage? Well, okay. So you say if this was properly simulating, it would just be Steiner and Beatrix. Fun fact, with proper gear, I think a Steiner and Beatrix team could probably solo this fight. Alright, I think we're actually going to have to focus down one of these guys, that way we don't take those double percentile hits again. Oh, what am I doing here? My brain. Brain, please. But yeah, this one, still, again, a simpler fight, but the groundwork is there. Drinking my my weekly big cup of coffee for these streams. I think these guys can actually do some nasty stuff like confuse and blind. But you can also wear accessories to sort of resist that stuff, so sometimes you can make that a non-issue. Ignore the numbers going up in the background. And then, of course, it's a gacha game, so you know, you clear dungeons, you get rewards. Orbs are used to make and upgrade abilities, so on and so forth. The nice and handy thing in this game that I actually really like is you use orbs to make abilities, and then more orbs to then upgrade those abilities, but that doesn't necessarily make the abilities stronger. It just allows you to use them more times. So Chain Agas, the big one. What the heck is this? Oh, it's hair. It's Garnet's hair. What the fuck? It's weird. Chain Aga spells are just as good at rank 1 as higher ranks. You just, you know, you can use it more times. Alright. And I'm going to sub out everyone's good and precious friend, Crimbleshins, for Freya here, because there's actually a challenge for this mission to clear it with only Final Fantasy IX characters. You do that, you get a little reward. Freya in this game is a mixed dancer dragoon, so that she gets some further versatility. Also, they try and balance the various realms. They try and make sure each realm has a dancer, and Freya's really the only character that fits that. You know, that one scene where Freya danced. I just realized I goofed up these names. Hold up. I have to make a quick inventory adjustment with these little stat pictures. Save as, finding, there should be 3. No. I guess so. Yes, fine. Rename to 4. I'll keep these organized. No? Sorry, please. Thank you. And there we go. Get that up. This. And adjust that to finding 5. Done. Whew, all right. So, Anthony Lyon here. Main things that it does that are a little scary. I believe it has a confuse, it has a blind, and it counters physical attacks. We'll see how nasty these are to an extent. Oops, I forgot to take Curata off of you for dumb challenges. Oofa. Almost agree, Ritz. While I do really like the 9 boss theme, gonna have to counter that with the FF8 boss theme. Why do you do so much damage? Physician, heal thyself. Alright, here we got a spicy boss. So a lot of the characters on the crew have little passive benefits. You can see on the right side of the party screen right there. Oh my god, what the fuck is his name? Hans Punchman up top. That's percentile. Okay. That is extremely percentile. Amarat, there we go. Oh, sorry about that. Amarat has just a passive, is dealing more damage because he has a fist weapon equipped. Same thing for Steiner, except with swords. And then as you move down, a little bit more interesting. Vivi actually just has a magic buff, but starts blind. It's a weird thing because casters don't need to see. And then, kind of saving my butt right now, at the bottom, Aiko has a chance to double cast, which is extremely helping out. And then Freya, that's not right. Yes, Freya. That was right. Freya has start the fight taunting. Oh, my precious boy! You know, they've been upping the ultimate fights a little bit. They have legitimately been kind of scary. Oh, wait, no, that's percentile. He lives. Anthony Lyon has never killed anyone. Alexis, thank you for the follow. Adding 1 skull to the cup. 1 Grim Reaper for that hangs over the heads of many of the characters here. Alright, Trouble Mucus. I have no idea what that's doing. It's damage. I can tell you that much. Uh-oh. Taunt wore off. Now we are at the mercy of the boss. Also, we've taken enough turns that our buffs from our roaming warrior are, yes, extremely wearing off. Oh, could you not? Oh, we just push. Just push. Almost there. That was one of the scariest ultimate double flosses that we've had in a very long time. It's wild. I feel like I lived by the skin of my teeth. Multiple times. Alright, but let's get to an interesting fight. Yeah? An interesting fight that we are then counteracting with our own somewhat interesting moves. How's about that? Roots of Mist. Soul Cage. So Soul Cage here is actually really interesting because it has the whole gimmick, but it's not actually weak to fire or holy or anything like that. Instead, it'll actually cast Fire Aga on all targets at one point in the fight, which will then cause it to go into its enrage mode. But because it's neutral to everything, it's actually pretty easy to put together a team of ice and water users in order to try and counteract its plan to mess you up. That's what Record Keeper does sometimes, is that they take these preconceived notions of fights and actually kind of turn-wise them. Obviously, a lot of you, probably being associated with the pit crew, are quite familiar with FF5. There was actually a challenge fight a while back where you fought Minotaur and Omniscient at the same time, which was really clever. Of course, they had to get around the Omniscient and Minotaur gimmicks exactly. So instead of just making them, you can't use magic and you can't use physical, they had counters to them that would, so you had to bring a mixed team of physical and magic, one to burn down Minotaur and one to burn down Omniscient. Ah, here we go. This gives me a nice, it's pretty much Mighty Guard, except with an attack boost attached to it. Right, and the one where you had to fight Omega and Shinryu at the same time, which should actually be up right now. It's one of the strats, wait until Omni runs out of mana. Sadly, this game doesn't have, like, mana or MP for enemies. Though, and I mentioned this in Loon's stream a couple days ago, and by days ago I mean like yesterday, when he started fighting the 12-hour Omni. If you berserk any instance of Omni in Record Keeper, he will just start punching your whole team for like quad 9 damage. And by quad 9 I mean quintuple 9. You will die very quickly. Do not anger the rug. The rug lifts. Oops, that's not right. There we go. Alright. Squad. Also, thank you everyone for getting hosted over and then actually hanging out for a bit and seeing this game. I have opinions of this game, and actually, speaking of which, hello, if you want to hear more about this game, if you do actually play this game and you're just catching this stream for the first time, not downloadable, still trying to find a host because I am very lazy, but we do actually record a podcast with myself, vPrisoner, and Sly09, where we talk about the current status of Record Keeper once every 3 months. Anyway. Tree. Soul still cages. Alright. Thinking a little bit here. Why do you have Dispel equipped? Why did I equip you? Okay, it's fine. Sometimes we transfer teams from week to week and we forget to edit the teams entirely. These things happen. Alright. So, some quick breakdowns. Riku's thing there was a 30 attack, 30 magic buff. And Laguna here is casting our Hyper Mighty Guard with a 50% attack buff. Because those are two different stat types, you know, the attack mag and just the plain attack, those will actually stack with each other, giving our team a considerable attack boost, and we are mainly a physical team. And those who remember, FF9, Soul Cage is actually mainly a physical boss. Icy Offering here is actually going to try and lower Soul Cage's ice defense to make our ice-based team do a little bit more damage. And it begins, and then is going to immediately turn off. Not before he gets a move off. That's fast. He imperils. Oh no. Same strat. Look at all these double casts going off though. What a high quality team. Oh, you kind of just keep doing that, don't you? This on the side here, on the right side. So let me quickly, for new people, explain this a little bit. That's defense down. That means for every stack of that, we're taking 10% more damage. Keep that in mind. However, Ayame is having none of this, and is just unleashing anger mode over here and just double casting for days. Again, this whole team is double casting, and it's very good. Luckily, I brought a lot of fire resistance to this fight, so the numbers aren't going to be quite that high. Almost counteracting what the boss is doing over here. If the boss was a little faster, this could become a problem. Speaking of the boss being a little faster. So that's just some plain damage and a couple more stacks. And we're seeing Ayame here just really starting to rack up that damage with the bonus stacks of defense down. How fast are you when you're in fire mode? Are you very fast? Not that it matters. You're dead. And the last fight coming up for this event answers that age-old question that we all are curious about always. What if? What if you fought a main character? Nasty things, nasty things that this boy does. Mug will actually steal your stats. We can actually counter that to an extent, but not entirely. And then does last like to cast a slow on the whole party. So we need an answer to that as well. Just like with Soul Cage, no actual elemental weaknesses or strengths. We sometimes like that. Sometimes bosses are a bit too element resistant for my liking. But there's always answers to that as well. It's not elemental teams. They're fun. That's the good shit. Speaking of, this is almost my non-elemental team. But also, it's my... This boss does a lot of damage, so I need to self-heal pretty well. And what do I want? I think we're looking for an Onion Knight. Big attack buff. Because the little bonus status that gives is very nice. There we go. Perfect. And again, for people catching this for the first time, don't head out just yet. Not only are we going to be doing some actual pulls on the gacha, because actually, right now, in Record Keeper, it's one of the, it's the Summer Festival. Which means there's a bunch of really good banners going on. Good time to start, actually, all things considered. If you're liking what you're seeing. But aside from that, we are going to hop into some really rough fights afterwards. Also, hey, thank you, Record Keeper, for actually being very cooperative and loading very quickly today with that big host I got. Anyway, let's get that up. Let's debuff him. You can hold turn. And incoming damage. Big numbers. Am I pulling on banner 2 or 3? Both. Haha, 2 pulls. So it's crazy aura all around Zell right here. This is actually due to that roaming warrior that he casted. It's giving him a nice little passive benefit of going a little faster than normal. Oh! Let's try it again. I'm gonna need to be a little faster on the trigger here. A little bit of concentration here. Alright. Okay. Bam, and there we go. Perfect. That should give me much more resistance versus his opening move. A little waste of damage there. Or he could just use a completely different move. Yeah, sure, why not? Sometimes the bosses are a little random in their openers. I'm fine with them being random later on, but openers before you have all your buffs up. Come on now. Luckily, Zell can self-heal. And we should have enough HP for Deuce to get off that big heal and pick everybody back up. And then it's just a matter of keeping up on healing. Perfecto. Alright, so we have our full slew of debuffs and buffs out. Now we can start really dumping damage up until Zidane here, Zidane, decides to be a little nastier. Which, looking at my watch, should be any moment now. Plain and simple. Called it. So that gives him an attack defense up and haste. However, he just used Mug. What if we Mug right back? No. My attack and defense. Do not. Donut. Ah, it's time for the move. Bloody Oil Sling is a very nice damaging move. It also gives the entire team instant cast for one turn. Which I'm then going to utilize right here because... No, not yet. Let's hold that. Hold that move just for a little bit. On both... Nah, you're instant cast, you're fine. But you we need to hold. That's why. Ultimate Shift Break. Slow across the party. Counter that with the Roaming Warrior, which gives us haste again. And a lucky double cast from Deuce, and we're right back to square one. Nice. There we go. We still have sap across the party, so we're all a little quick leak. But there's Ultimate Mug. Well, no. Whoops. No. No. Thank you. And then gotta finish this the only way I know how. Hold that thought. Holding for the proper finish. Hold this, please. Just gotta lower it a little bit more. We're fine. That should be good. Time for Combat King! Yeah. But wait. Oh, Shadowbringers? Pretty good. All things considered. I'm enjoying it. I've only gotten to play like, you know, day and a half. It's only been out for like a day and a half. But it's good. It's just really solid across the board. I had the epiphany yesterday because everybody's been hooting and hollering about leveling classes and all that. Of like, I'm sitting there waiting for a roulette to pop and I'm like, wait, I can level when I'm done the story. Don't talk about it too much, obviously, because people still haven't played. I'm only level 71 myself. But, no, so far I'm enjoying it. But, before we dual pool, before we do a lot of things, gonna just, this. So there's two, as you might have saw, challenges in each event. One is for clearing the ultimate double plus with a team of full synergy. The other is for clearing the apocalypse double plus with a team of full synergy. I have yet to run into an apocalypse double plus that has bested me. Excuse me. We have gotten close once or twice, but that's about it. Oh, those are the wrong keys. That's not what I need. I need number keys, not F keys. By the way, if you want to see more videos of Final Fantasy record keepers on my YouTube channel, The Wandering Newbie, on youtube.com. I have pretty much every event for the last 4 years. If I'm being real, I have somehow not missed anything, and sometimes I think about that and go, oh, it's been a while, huh? Anyway. Is that fucking ice? Is that my refrigerator making ice? It was loud. So, these Apocalypse Double Plus challenges being what they are, pretty significant challenges. I don't really hold back too much, as you can tell by how long it's taking for this to load because of all of the various soul breaks I have equipped. There we go. It's time. to think. What if? Wall, but more so. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Why'd that hit? Why'd they hit Aiko for so much more? Vivi intensifies. Engage good boy mode. So, what Garnet actually casted at the beginning of the fight is what is known as a chain. You'll see that there's this on the top of the screen, slowly counting down, that is the length of the chain. There is this little number underneath Zidane. That is how many times he has been hit with various lightning abilities. It goes up. Every point it goes up is an extra % of damage. You're right, Aiko's defenses are significantly lower. Significantly lower, sorry. Let me check why that is. She's wearing a hat, that's why. Hats afford way less defense. Sadly, this team cannot counteract that, so now he has a bit of an attack boost, an attack defense boost. So he's going to be hitting a little harder than before, but what if? Time for sad boy. Other sad boy. Two sad boys. Double your boy, double your sad. I think I'm going to summon my faithful companion here in order to make sure that we don't eat shit. Yeah, sometimes they do cut-ins from the games that extremely does not work in this art style, and I love it. Alright, time for Vivi to absolutely pop off. What if Vivi could maybe triple cast? Ah. He's got that 50% chance. That's the real crime. The other crime is, oops, that was poorly timed, huh? We're very slow. Aiko, please. Aiko, be my savior. Aiko, gonna get there. Aiko, gonna get ya. There we go. For what it's worth, like, this fight is going to last until Vivi's bar fills up all the way and then the boss is annihilated. Yeah. That's that event on. I skipped the earlier fights, but again, new people in here, I'm not gonna show them very slow fights. Gonna get into the good shit. Well, speaking of the good shit, let me do a mid-event banner real fast before this goes away. So hello. Uh-oh, actually, un momento. Extremely un momento. We'll be right back. After this word from I need to buy some gems. Oops, that's not right. Now again, Record Keeper is a very free game. You generally don't need to spend money on this at all, but I like doing the dollar pools. And I'm running this on an emulator, obviously, as talked about before. I don't trust myself to purchase my gems through the emulator. Zero. Literally not at all. The last thing I need is some country to get my credit card information. I'll do it through my phone, which I trust. The old-fashioned way. Anyway, there we go. Done. And after this pool, we're going to jump into what is known as the Dream Fight, which this week, from one way or another, there is a very hard fight. If you want to see this game at its peak difficulty, maybe not peak, but pretty close to it. That's what's coming up in a little bit. Sorry, I was bending leg. Alright, give me that. Give me that dollar boy. Dollar boy first. Engage the dollar drive. Sadness. If the screen don't shake, you ain't got shit. Yeah, fuse those into a, please. Create emulator. Work with me. Thank you. Alright. This one's the biggie. And you gotta let it come naturally. Don't force the big orb. If you force the big orb, it's not going to be good. Always remember that. Skip button, cursed. Never press it. And survey says, hell yeah. So for those not familiar with Record Keeper, this is called an Awakening Soul Break. Soul Breaks have different tiers, from Unique to Super to Ultra to Burst to Overstrike to Arcane, and Awakening right here is the current highest level. This one is quite good as it hits many elements, gives the good boy, the good prince, 100% crit rate, and yeah, just kind of lets him go buck wild. Do I have the crit damage glint? I don't think so. I think I just have the combat boost glint. How is that a dagger? Ooh, actually, before I forget, let me just do this real quick. I have to do an outro for this FF9 video. I haven't been doing outros for like the last 2 weeks. I've just forgotten. Okay, got it. So that was it for the Final Fantasy IX event. Next time, we got Final Fantasy 3, which always holds a special place in my heart for a game that I've never played. So, see you then. Alright, and now time to shuffle the stage a little bit real fast. Excuse me. All right. Hi, I'm the Wandering Newbie. It's time for Record Keeper. Today, we have our third dream fight. Mayhaps the weakest of the three, in my opinion, but still very difficult nonetheless. It is 9 to match up with the 9 event going on right now. The general build of this big boy is that he does lightning, fire, wind. Generally, the top 3 slots get lightning damage, the bottom 3 get wind, with one exception for the wind attacks, and fire across the board. Hits very, very hard. Has a stop on the top 3 slots, so if you get mined up there, that's generally wanted. Has a haste. Haste is extremely fake. Ultimate Let's Go is a full buff. You may be thinking, hey, I'll bring a full break to that to counteract that. Don't even bother. He casts Ultimate Let's Go so often, you will get maybe 1 turn of downtime. Just find a way to get around it other ways. Dream Eroga removes haste from the party, so keep that in mind. Dream Ow is pretty much his meatiest hit. Yes, the haste is extremely fake. He is already 650 speed. You do not need to bring a Dispel. Dream Dispatch is more or less his enrage mechanic. It's a 10-second doom that he only does if you don't push phases. Ultimate Lunge is a 90% HP. Current HP, maybe max. I think it's current HP hit. First time on the bottom 2 slots, second time on the top 2 slots. He only uses it twice over the course of the entire fight. Ultimate Mug hits a number of your party members with an attack mag down and boosts his own attack mag. So mainly, you want an attack down and an attack mag down at least to try and deal with Dream Owl. But note that Dream Owl hits extremely hard. It hits very, very, very hard. Way too hard. About 1900% damage hard, but does respect protected wall, so do have those on you. This boy is a threat. Alright. Oop, this is a wrong fight. Wrong fight. We start at the beginning. We slow roll this. So for those unfamiliar with dream fights, they're fairly difficult fights, but you get incremental victory rewards for each 10% of the boss's health that you take off. The boss is extremely scripted, and phase changes every 20% of its health. These are very similar to a different type of dungeon that is always around, though these dungeons are temporary. So it's supposed to give you a little bit of insight into those other dungeons. For a very rare instance, I'm running a mage team. I usually am one to go offense first, but not today. Dream 02. Dream 02. There. So that'd be 03-2. A little bit of hard to get. I have to mute this other laptop. That could have been problems. I usually don't sing on stream too much because I actually find that to be really annoying myself. But I'll be damned if there isn't something about the Tantalus theme. I think that's how you say the weird theater group. Tantalus, maybe. So obviously our basic setup on the side here, you need both Protect and Shell for the most part for this boss. Its physical hits and magic hits are both very threatening, and then Haste Saga is kind of wanted to deal with its haste dispelling. Luckily, it gives you a turn to think. Now, one thing I think I might have skipped over explaining this to newer people. The boss here, the entire point of these dream dungeons is to try and synergize a team from just that realm, as they will get special bonuses such as lowering the boss's stats a little bit, allowing you to do more damage, weakening his elemental defenses, and making him more susceptible to debuffs. All of these things are very much wanted because otherwise these fights would be impossible. Luckily, the ultimate version of this boss, cools his jets a little bit. This one is very doable for most players, I would say. You don't need too much. There's Dreamer Roga. That's going to take my haste. So let's just get that right back up. Very rudely took all of Vivi's magic, so if I do another chain thunder, oh, we're fine. Dream Ow is the most threatening move that this boss has. Always remember that. That was a percentile, just somehow everybody lived. Just slightly. Luckily, unlike Magicite fights, there is no time limit to this. You don't have to beat a certain time frame. You just have to finish the fight, which I find to be very nice. There's all my grade bonuses. Those vitality motes are very welcome. Up next is the Apocalypse level. This one has more of the full mechanics here. Mainly, he has a very nasty percentile move that he will use in the early phases of the fight, which we, due to diving a couple of these characters because we have good tech on them, will be able to actually turn to our advantage. And we're bringing in one off-realm character because I'm going to need wall now, and I still need some sort of buff. But with one off-realmer, this fight is still pretty easily done without a whole lot of soul break, as we will see in about 3 minutes. Look, I gotta get these pictures ready. These pictures all crop themselves. I suppose what I could do is fire this up ahead of time and set up these parties and crop these pictures preemptively, but look, I already put all these parties together. There we go. I should finish off this coffee. Oh no, I was putting down the coffee cup. Ah, got there back in time. Alright, who's first? I did not bring protecting shelters. Well. Time to get dangerous. Sometimes when you are shifting parties around, you forget to edit the tiny things. And there's our boy genius moment popping off down there. We'll be fine. I see a good setup to utilize this. Leech some of that HP right back. Yeah, one of the scarier things about this boss is what we just saw there with the 4 actions in a row. This boss has a lot of instant actions, and kind of just fires off thing after thing after thing after thing after thing, as you're seeing right here. One of the very, very scary things that this boss does. Excuse me. Well, we're already halfway down. That's gonna give the entire party a nice little mag buff. We can have Garnet do it. That just stole our haste, as you would remember. There's Ulti Mug, which means I need to hit him with the attack mag down. His mug is different than Zidane's from earlier. His is actually a flat attack mag. Which also means I poorly timed recasting the... What up, motherfucker? Okay, they're up. Ultimate Owl respects, protect, and shell. Well, protect and wall. What we just saw there was, hey newbie, you forgot to bring fucking wall, or protect. So let's just, redo this. Real fast like. Almost no time. We can actually skip the shell, which will make this go a little faster. Alright. Mainly just need to protect. Yeah, Divine Guardian is a res buff anyway. That will cover some of our needs. Our must needs, if you will. And then just 1, 2. Fixed. Round 2, motherfucker. I'm back. And I'm here. For you. I'm gonna protect this time. Anyway. Actually, is there anything in Realm that does a defense boost? That would actually be amazing for this fight. Like, Divine Guardian does resistance, which is all well and good. But because Dream Owl respects all forms of defense, if you had something that gave you a defense boost, it would actually work out fantastically. Did I click no, yeah, I did click the right one because these two on the bottom proc their trances. That wouldn't happen. I just feel like his HP is going down way fast. Maybe Vivi's just proccing a lot of double casts. Hold that thought, actually. Actually, don't worry about that thought. That's what I wanted to wait for, but doesn't make a difference either way. Or maybe it does make a difference either way. Oh no, Vivi, your damage is just gone. Maybe we can give him a little bump of magic from Kuja. This is looking better. No, we have yet to hit one of the Dream Alleys. Speak of the devil. Well. Well, you're a bad boss. This boss is bad. Don't let anybody make you think otherwise. You can note that I am literally fine the entire boss fight until he uses exactly one move, and then I die. But newbie, what if you just delayed a little bit and let the boss catch up with you? The boss that has enrages. The boss that doesn't let you play by your own rules. The boss that is bad. I mentioned when people got hosted over. Barkeeper generally had good fights. And every now and then, he kind of goofs up a little bad. Well, sometimes Record Keeper goofs up a little bad. What's the goof? This boss. This boss is a goof. You look up goofer in the dictionary and it's this boss. This boss at the drop of a hat just decides, no, you don't get to play anymore. Record Keeper just gives Greg a 4K damage unblockable, unless you're in the back row. So, Flames of Rebirth is Aiko giving the entire party re-raise. This could work. Could. Aside from the fact that re-raise is bad, and you revive with none of your buffs. A team of mages. We made the numbers high as a joke. Okay, he respects defenses, so I need to make sure defenses are good. Yeah, if you feel like picking the game back up, I do want to say 100%, this is an oddity. Bosses may be uninteresting at times, at worst. They are rarely this offensive. This is like maybe once every 3 months. This is also the first stream fight that has been just unabashedly trash. That's true. The other two were actually very neat and interesting mechanics. This one is just not fun. Alright, let's fix a few things real fast. Ba-da. Ba-dum, bum, ba, ba, ba. Alright, so that's not actually higher defense, that's fine. You with the hat. Absolutely not. You are 100% fine. VV is as good as he's going to get. And you are fine as well. These are as good as these characters are going to get with what they have equipped. Tyro will be fine. Necrophobe. Why is Necrophobe here? To boost Dark. That's right. That's why I put Necrophobe there. We don't need a Dark boost. We need Bar Physical. Speak of the devil. Let's see if there's a better one for that. here? Bar magic. Wind resist, huh? Yes, please. Also, defense boost. 15% defense boost. Fantastic. I couldn't ask for a better combo right there, actually. So 15% of this defense, right here, that's going to my boys and gals. Unicorn is needed. The mind boost will also help with healing. Okay. I'm taking the healing grimoire. That's how you know this is bad. Okay, I will be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real fast. And then we will jump into this stupid fight, and after that, a bit of banner review and pools. Back to action. Ba-dum ba 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 ba-dum 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 ba 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 ba. Whew. Time for garbage. Okay, if this goes out properly, yes. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, turn 5. Can you note that I have tried this a couple of times? We hate Saga there because his first attack is going to be completely nullified. Oh, let's see if we get the glitch. No, we didn't. Sometimes if this Soul Break activates before her sprite changes to the trance version, that Soul Break just glitches out super hard. Alright, slowly whittling away at him. The next move, yes, is Let's Go, so let's start the heal. As all the hits drop. Hits keep coming, they don't stop coming. Well, wasn't planning on that. We'll see how this pans out. Alright, and now everybody pops off. Kuja's here for mostly moral support. Alright, ultimate, let's go. Steel. Gwahaha. One of the problems of this fight you are witnessing in the top row. That second follow-up is really rough. This is where we use the first heal. I don't have an answer to that. Thanks, Unicorn. You're a pal. Perfecto. Timed perfectly. To the good boy. Good boy is very strong. Haste is gone. Haste is dead. This is fine. This is fine. That's not what I thought that was. This is fine. Sorry, but the pausing is how I think. So, note, he still has Mug. We are pushing phases, and he has Mug. However, we can't really slow down. This is where the first of my things might go. The other instant heal. Otherwise, this is fine. This is fine. Timings were a little off. Putting Heistaga on Kuja is one of the ways that could make this better. Free. But wall wearing off is also a thing that we need to be aware and careful of. If wall falls off, then Ultimate Ow just does that much damage. Also, I accidentally used an Ultimate Ow when I didn't mean to. That could really just change everything. I goofed there. Acceptable. Yeah, wait for the first command to show up on what this boy does. There we go. That's fine. That's not fine. That was entirely the wrong person. I didn't notice that Aiko was getting the turn. I'm actually used to Aiko and Tyro being swapped. That's where a lot of my testing was done. Oh my god, Tyro, you're such a good boy. Alright, I'm goofing up some inputs now. I'm really goofing up some inputs. It's fine. So there's one thing that I've never been able to get off on any of these attempts, and that is Vivi's Arcane. And I feel like the one attempt when I actually get Vivi's Arcane off, I'm gonna win. I preempted that too much. We are going to miss Eroga. Cast Eroga, you rat bastard. It's fine. Okay. Got him. Motherfucker, I should have did it sooner. Pissed. I am curious though. Does this do what I think it does? No, it doesn't. I thought mayhaps it would be a revive. It's so annoying! I thought they could survive and it would be better to pick them up after everything had happened. Let me see if I can get into that 90%. I think that got me into the 90%. I can do this on my own time. Again, just like last time, just like all of these. Requires some intense execution that is just way harder to do in the emulator. Also, I didn't get into that 90%, god damn it. I just don't think so here's the problem, and I'm gonna list this for you. What does this boss do? Overturns instant hits, big overstrike damage, and removes your haste. What is all of that? That's Ico USB 1. They built this around Ico USB 1. And that's what I hate. It's not deal with our mechanic. It's I hope you have this one thing. Yeah, and trance. Trance too. Because it kind of has an attack that knocks people to 99 or 90% HP. So like, fucking, it sucks. I hate this fight so much. It is, compared to the first two dreams, which are really well thought out, and like you could counter pretty easily. Nah, that sucks ass. But I do think I have this. I got there with the soul break, and if I just slide it in just at the right time, the instant heal, which if I just after the first two hits hit it on Kuja, everybody would have survived, and then we got a heal, and then damage from the other two. I could have gotten there. No, this dream is bad. And there you go. I think this dream was pretty infamous in Japan as well as being very bad, but, you know, what can you do except review an FF9 banner? There's just only one out, but we'll probably review both. Hey, Discord, you starting up? Discord's starting up. Yo, why did that happen? Hi. Hoi.
Yo, that fight sucked.
That fight is so fucking bad. It's literally incredibly manageable until you hit the last phase, and he just, well, you die now.
Yeah, it's a lot of, I rev myself up really fast, and then I make you rev up less fast. Guess you'll die.
I guess I die now.
So, one of the big problems with this banner in particular is that it would not, like, it's a decent banner in a vacuum, but, y'all, it's right in the middle of Fest.
Yeah, let's not dawdle.
Yes.
Because... Anyway, first up is Garnet's Arcane. It's an Arcane for Garnet. Big sum of damage.
Arcanes for the uninitiated are, you only get one use of them, and they do extremely
we
big
saw it,
hits.
Yeah, we saw it with VB. It's fine. Moving on, we have Beatrix, Arcane. It's holy. It's ranged. It's many tiny hits and then a big hit at the end, so good for chains. Sorry, I wasn't say bursts. I always want to say bursts when I think about that.
We have roughly 50,000 holy swords by this point.
Yes.
Now this one is a really interesting take because it makes VV a Voltec play.
Yes. 10 magic, ice, water, lightning, non-elemental to 1 target, temporarily reduce the delay of the user's actions, and enter Black Mage EX mode, which ups the magic 50%, depending on the number of black magic abilities used, and causes users' black magic abilities to trigger a follow-up My Memories, which triggers Legacy of Life when EX mode ends. So it's a chaser.
My Memories are, yeah, it's a 6-hit chaser
with an
and then
overstrike at the end.
Yeah, with an overstrike at the end. Mm-hmm. It's good.
Yeah. Steiner Rush. 10. Physical. Fire, lightning, ice, non-elemental to one target. Remove the delay of the user's actions for one turn. Cause attacks that hit the target's slight weakness or vulnerability. Okay, if you hit weakness, trigger a follow-up. Pluto Triblade, dealing 6 physical, fire, lightning, ice, non-elemental to one target, and temporarily increasing the user's fire, lightning, ice attack levels by 1. So it's a 10% damage increase every time you hit weakness. It is very solid, all things considered, especially considering what his USB 1 was. Are you still there?
Oh, yeah, I am.
Sorry.
No, that was a mic thing. Sorry.
Yeah,
no, this is a really good support USB because not only does it remove delay from everybody's actions for one turn, it also has an Imperil on its chaser. Imperil being lowering the enemy's resistance to elemental damage, so that helps everyone out.
Sliding into the next one, we have, and you'll maybe notice that we're going through this a little bit faster. You will find out why at the end. Instantly deal fire, lightning, non-elemental to one enemy and temporarily lower the fire and lightning resistance by 2. Reduce the delay of the user's monk's abilities by 2 turns. Very solid for some fast monk DPS. And fire is very real. Lightning will never be real.
Lightning is somewhat maybe kind of getting there. I don't know.
I don't think they have an Iron Fist yet, so strongly disagree. For now.
We'll see.
Once they have an Iron Fist, we can talk. But yeah.
Alright, well.
Next up is a chain. It's a chain. It's a 2.0 chain. They're good. You can build a team around this.
Okay, so are you sure you want to hold up on that? Because, like, there's a difference between elemental chains and this.
You can build a team around this. In fact, you have to.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. These are for Torment. Pretty much nothing else. Torment and Dream fights. Because it allows you to get that chain and take a different soul break instead. That's pretty much it.
Yes.
Garnet Chain, 6 hits, and reduce the delay of the user's actions for 2 turns. No in element on this, which is very weird.
Yeah, I think it's just mainly because since Garnet is a summoner and a supportive summoner at that, like, she doesn't really need a whole bunch of multiplier because, like, summons are already very beefy.
Correct. Kaiser Knuckle. Grant the user Empowered Infusion Fire, increase critical hit chance to 100% for 2 turns. I love this.
It's really good, yeah. It's a good combo while also making sure that he gets, like, a bit meatier hits.
Mm-hmm. And then Legend Materia, we have Start and Lightning for Garnet, because she's more or less a lightning caster.
Yeah, like, that one's fine, but, you know, summons are beefy.
Mm-hmm. Deals significantly more damage with black magic abilities when a rod is equipped, much better than that other LMR he has, where he slows down his casting time.
Yep.
Deals significantly more damage with Spellblade abilities when a sword is equipped. It's Steiner's gimmick, so
right.
Yeah. Small chance for monk abilities to trigger twice, which is fine for Amarant. That's going to do his damage.
His dive is, when he's in trance, he has a 50% chance to heal the entire party for 1500 health when using monk.
Very solid. And then finally we have In Holy for Beatrix.
Yeah, good.
So all in all, this is actually a really solid banner. Like, I mean, there's no awakenings on it, but I like a lot of the USB tech on here. Unfortunately, it is at the same time as Fest, so I cannot recommend to pull on it, because any Fest banner will be better.
Pretty much.
So, that's the general review. I dollar draw because I have a problem. So, I should actually be looking at the screen to see what I get. This is going to be confusing because we are literally, I don't have a visual aid for this, but we do have the items that are on Banner 2 and what they do. So there's that. Bear with us, due to the time that this event dropped, we are doing it very ahead of schedule with the second banner not here.
They dropped it very weird because of Fest
So,
schedule.
doing this very, very fast. We have, on Banner 2, we have Ozma's Splinter, which is Zidane's Wind 3 big hit arcane.
Yep. Plus wind sword.
Yep. Following that up, we have Millennium Rod, which is Kuja's arcane, which is also 3 big dark hits. It's also a dark boosting rod. Ultras, we have the Tower for Zidane, which is 10 wind, non-elemental, grant wind, thief rank boosts, mattering on ability rank, and Thievery Finisher, which is 8, 12, 16 wind hits, mattering if you have used up to 5 or 8 abilities for the latter 2 thresholds.
It's pretty dumb for him because he gets instant cast Thief when under his trance.
Yep, very solid. He can make this pop off real easily. Misty Rod for Kuja, which is 10 magic dark single attacks. Causes Doom, which makes Void, Dark, I can't remember the name of that move ever, pop off pretty easily. But also this is to all allies, so whatever. Grants him mag resistance 30% and gives him Dark. This is actually a Brave. It is an Overstrike type cast, except if you get to rank 3, it gives him re-raise.
This is the cheekiest fucking dark magic tech I've ever seen in my life.
The only thing that's really weird on this, and I don't like, is it actually dooms your whole party, so even though it gives him re-raise, the rest of your party's fucked.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sliding down, we have Angel Flute, which is 10 Holy Wind, non-elemental, no, actually, no non-elemental, just 10 Holy Wind. Grants Summon Cure follow-up, casts a Cure to all allies after using Summon abilities, and enter Brave mode. It is a Overstrike typed Brave mode, but if you're at rank 3, it is a Smart Ether 2.
Yep. They're trying to push the summon angle on Eiko as well, while still trying to like give her a little bit of healing on the side.
Which is weird because she's the only 100% healer in that realm, so...
Which is also weird because her Brave for healing is right next to it.
Yep. So anyway, speaking of which, Phoenix Feather, which is instantly restore I think this Curaga level, and grant crit hit chance, crit hit chance 50% to all allies. Grant Brave mode, which is a slowly incrementing heal with a heal and stock HP at rank 3.
Pretty good, especially for physical teams.
And then Amarant's USB Faithful Fist, 10 fire non-elemental, grant attach fire to the user, and grant radiant shield to the party.
Notable only for the Fire Thorns.
Yep. Moving into the Glints, we have Aerial Ace, which is a tempo, attach wind, empower infusion.
Especially good for Zidane because he's going to be instant casting Thief a lot.
Yep, it's 6 instant hits. Soul Charge for Kuja, which instantly grants a empowered Dark, Last Stand, and Magic High Quick 1.
Okay, so the Last Stand is actually going to be handy in a couple of spots, but like, you know, Last Stand on someone who's already doomed.
Yep. And then we got Gaia Gear for Eiko, which is an instant haste physical blink. Oh, weird. To all allies.
And she really likes being in physical teams. Her Burst also has Blink on her Curaga.
Yeah. Legend Materia. We have Kuja's in Dark, which is fine. We have Double Cast Summoning for Eiko. We have Double Cast White for Eiko, which is the actual good one there.
Yep.
And then we have Amarant's 35% chance to high quick cast 1 after using monk abilities. You dislike these. I think they are okay.
Well, I dislike this one because it's just quick cast, but you know.
Anyway, Banner is okay for the most part. Has the same review as the first one of it's kind of at the same time as Fest.
Okay, and now to do that dollar pull, and wow, what do you know? It's trash. Anyway, good draw, everybody.
Actually, joke's on you. I'm gonna get Eiko. Why does this one have the Noctis music? Why does this one have Noctis music? Banner 2.
Yeah, you're one banner too late, buddy.
Banner 2 was Noctis. Why Noctis here? And garbage.
Okay, so Banner 2 is a little kinder to you. Let's hope that trend continues.
Man, it's gonna be garbage. It's gonna be the hottest garbage. You think they moved Noctis and that's why? I'd believe it.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Here comes the biggie.
Give me the garbage.
Yeah. See, the curse there is I didn't close my eyes. That's what goofed it up.
Well, I just kind of assumed that you would by this point.
Hey, those could still be really good LMRs. I think there were good LMRs on this banner. I honestly don't remember. Is Orlando's double cast on this? Because I kind of want that.
Maybe.
Hello.
Got some big stuff for your good boy.
That boy.
Also, in fairness, Noctis Awakening is pretty good.
Who needs to dive a character when you just get the only two LMRs that you're gonna need right here?
I mean, thanks for sparing us the tragedy of having to dive a Dragoon.
Like, I don't joke, y'all. Hold up, give me 1 hot second here before we sign off for the night.
Like, there are only 3 Dragoons in the entire game that have LM2's worth of shit. Everyone else is an attack ramp. You have his USB 1, don't you?
Yeah, let's go with just the USB 1.
Oh. Well.
You know.
Hey. Hey, he needed this, though.
What if?
This is gonna make him pop off. This is gonna kick ass.
I want to say I got some other dumb tech for him. Hold up. I couldn't have gotten his awakening, right? No.
No.
That would be too stupid. That's too stupid.
Stupid? You are the one who is stupid.
Anyway. Good stream, everyone. Thanks, everyone, again, for hanging out who got hosted over from Doc. I know I hit back to go to the main screen. There we go. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. Emily, I think, is streaming Shadowbringers. So, here is your 15 seconds to decide not to get hosted over to Emily and get spoiled on Shadowbringer stuff. I will say, though, before you head out, on Tuesday, I am streaming more Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, so tune in for that. I am, again, somehow, stupidly, like, sequence broken, and I still don't know how I pulled it off. I just fell into it. So check that out as I wander around aimlessly. And then, of course, Thursday is more Banner Saga 2. Friday is more Fire Emblem 9. And Saturday should actually finally be the end of Yakuza Kiwami if I find some time to pull myself away from Shadowbringer and actually clear that stupid car sequence because it's garbage. Anywho, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you around.
Good night. Okay, I'm gonna let you go because I know you got anime night. Oh, whoop.
Always wait until I say something.
I'm very sorry. I thought you already pushed the button.
I did not. I put in a pause in there in order to not cut myself off. A, that, and B, this will still show up on the VOD until I actually end the stream, even if I host over.
Okay, I'm very, very sorry.
It's fine. Hold up. Wait.